everyone, my name is Sarah and today I have got a 20-minute yoga flow for you. All you'll need for this is a mat and a little bit of space. Feel free to have some water nearby in case you need it. As always, these are great because if you need a little rest or if you need to take a little bit of extra time in a stretch, you can always pause the video and take an extra couple of moments to catch your breath, grab some water, or find a little bit deeper of a version of any of these stretches. We will be kind of keeping it moving and getting your heart rate up, so lay out your mat or your towel and we'll get started. Today we're going to start in a comfortable seated position, so go ahead and join me down on your mat. So this comfortable seated position, you can be cross-legged as I am. You can have your legs out long in front of you. Maybe your knees are bent and your feet are planted. We're just going to start with a couple of moments of breathing, and then we'll start to connect our movement to our breathing before we get into our true flow. So first and foremost, we're going to start by taking a scan of the body, starting from the top of the head and moving down through the body down to the tips of the toes. As we take this scan, all I want you to do is notice how you're feeling today. Notice any points of tension, and without any judgment, just try and release them with that next exhale. So starting out, like I said, from the top of the head, noticing the muscles in the face and the jaw. Noticing the shoulders and the neck. Down through the arms, all the way to the fingertips. Through the torso, the upper and lower back, the core, the chest, down into the hips and the glutes, through the legs, upper and lower, all the way down to those toes. Taking these next couple of breaths to just send that exhale to those spaces that you found tension, those spaces that you found maybe any kind of discomfort. And now, like I said, we're going to start to connect movement to breathing. So if you had those legs long or those knees bent and those feet planted, I invite you to bring them into crossed. And as always, they can be a little bit looser of a cross or they can be a little bit tighter of a cross. We're just going to use our legs for a little bit of support as we find a spinal twist. First things first for our spinal twist. With your next inhale, I want you to find a nice long spine, extending all the way from those hips in contact with the mat, out the top of the head towards the ceiling. With your next exhale, we're going to twist to that right side. You're going to take that left hand around to the outside of that right leg. That right hand comes around behind. We're opening up those shoulders towards that right side. And then, like I said, connecting this with your breathing. So with that next inhale, we're going to come through center, find that long spine once again, and then over in that other direction. That right hand comes to the outside of that left leg. That left hand comes around behind, opening those shoulders. And maybe move a little bit faster or slower than me today. That's okay. Just moving side to side, finding your breathing. Maybe deepening a little bit through each inhale and exhale. Let's go ahead and find 2 more nice deep breaths, one more time in each direction. And when you finish that second breath, go ahead and bring it back to center. One more range of motion that I want us to find from this seated position before we get moving a little bit is going to be our seated cat and cow. So go ahead and take those hands, bring them to the outside of those knees. With your exhale, the same way that we would for our cat and cow from hands and knees, all I want you to do is round out that spine towards that back wall, tuck that chin in towards the chest, and put a little pressure through those hands, so leaning back towards that back wall, opening up through the shoulder blades. With your inhale, we're going to press the chest forward, open up through those collarbones, and bring the spine curve towards the front of the room. Same thing here. I want you to flow with your breath, with that exhale rounding out, with that inhale pressing forward. Same thing here. Maybe you move a little bit faster or slower than I do. Totally okay. I'll breathing at a little bit different of a pace. 2 more nice deep breaths here. Same thing, when you finish those 2 breaths, go ahead and bring it back to center. And then we're going to transition over to our child's pose next, just to get us ready to start moving. So I'm going to turn sideways on that mat. I'm going to bring it over to my knees. Those knees are going to come wide. My toes are going to come close together. And then I'm going to send my hips back towards those heels, bring those arms out nice and long. If it feels good today, you can walk those hands over to the right side of that mat, opening up through the left side of the body. And if you found that right side, go ahead and walk it through center over to the left. And then go ahead and bring it back to center. All right, so we're going to continue to connect breathing to movement here. We've got 2 ranges of motion. Our first one is going to be our exhales back into this child's pose. Our inhale is going to bring our torso forward and our hips down to the mat into our cobra. So we're just flowing again with the pace of your breath. The tops of those feet meet the mat. That exhale presses those hips back, nice stretch here. That inhale presses them forward and lifts that chest to shine forward. Just moving a few times here. Two more nice deep breaths. And then meeting back in that child's pose. Moving right along, we're going to find our first down dog of the day. So I want you to lift those hips, plant those hands, curl those toes under, press those hips up and back. Taking a moment here to start out maybe with a nice generous bend in those knees. Maybe you pedal those heels out, move those hips a little bit side to side, getting them going here. And giving the back of your legs and your shoulders a moment to warm up in this position. Awesome. From here, we're going to find another nice stretch in our forward fold. So go ahead and walk those feet up to meet the hands. So same thing here. Maybe you start with a nice generous bend through those knees, bringing those fingertips down towards the floor, relaxing through the shoulders, the spine, the head, and the neck. Maybe you've got those legs a little bit longer and those fingertips come down to meet the floor. Taking once again another moment here, maybe just to walk those hands side to side. With your next inhale, we're going to find our long spine and our halfway lift. So bringing those hands either to those shins or to those thighs. Nice long spine here, flat back, and then an exhale to fold forward once again. With your next inhale, we're going to roll it all the way up to standing. All right, starting our mountain pose, we're going to move into a sun salutation. So we're just going to kind of get it moving, keep it going. Same as before, if you're breathing a little bit faster or slower than me, you can move at a little bit faster or slower of a pace. We'll always meet back up in that down dog at the end of we'll always meet standing at the end of each of these ranges of motion. So you can always just meet here, or if you just need an extra moment or two in a down dog or a child's pose, you can just catch up as we go. So first things first, we're going to find that nice big inhale, bring those arms out and up towards the ceiling. With your exhale, we're going to fold forward, swan dive forward, arms come out wide, chest comes down towards the floor, and then fingertips come down in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Bend through those knees if you need to plant those hands. Stepping back into our down dog. Exhale to float the shoulders out over the wrists into our high plank. And then we're going to find chaturanga through low plank. You can drop those knees if you need to, or you can stay up from those toes, bringing it down to the floor. From here, you've got three options. You've got your low cobra, you've got your cobra, or you've got your up dog with those thighs up off the floor. Any of those is great, but the top of those feet meet the floor regardless. And then we're going to exhale to turn those toes over, press those hips up and back into our down dog. Then we will step or jump those feet forward to meet those hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, we'll bring it all the way back up. Palms meet at the top. Exhale, pull them down to heart center. This is where we'll meet. That's the end of that first one. We're just going to keep it going here, keeping it moving. Big inhale, arms come out and up. Exhale, swan dive, forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. If you need to bend in those knees to plant those hands, totally fine. Step those feet back to down dog. Inhale, nice long spine here. Exhale, float those shoulders forward out over those wrists and lower down, either from those toes or from those knees. Inhale to press up. You've got low cobra, cobra, or up dog. Exhale, turn those toes over, hips up and back. Step or jump those feet forward to meet those hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Palms meet at the top. Down to heart center with that exhale. Nice job. Keep it going. Inhale, arms come out and up. Swan dive, forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Plant those hands, step those feet back, down dog. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, float the shoulders over the wrists and lower down. Inhale, press up. Cobra, low cobra, up dog. Exhale, turn the toes back over, press those hips up and back, down dog. Step or jump those feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Palms meet. Exhale, down to heart center. One more time through here. Big inhale, out and up. Exhale, swan dive, forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold forward, plant those hands, step it back, down dog. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, shoulders come out over the wrists. Chaturanga down to low. Inhale, press up. Exhale, turn it back over. Hips up and back, down dog. Step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up one last time. Palms meet. Hands come down to heart center. All right, we're going to keep going just a couple more times, but we're going to change it up just a little bit. So for this first one through, go ahead and stick with me. And then same thing, if you want to speed it up or slow it down a little bit, you're welcome to. Same thing, we'll meet right here at the end of each one before we reset. Big inhale, arms come out and up. This time we're going to sit back into our chair. So those feet are nice and close together. We're bending at those knees. We're keeping that chest high, chair pose. From here, we're going to fold forward and lift the hips. So the arms come down. Inhale to lift those hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those hands. Step those feet back or jump them back. Down dog. Exhale, float the shoulders over the wrists. Same thing here, and lower down. You've got those three options still on the way up. Turn those toes over, hips up and back. Exhale, downward dog. This is where it changes a little bit more. We're going to inhale to bring that right foot up and back, three-legged dog, and then bend through that left knee, sweep that right foot forward into our crescent lunge. We're going to turn that left heel down, and then we're going to sweep up into our warrior one. So both arms come up, chest comes up, warrior one. Those heels are in line. That back heel is down for this one. And then we're going to open up into our warrior two. So those arms sweep open, and then we're just opening those hips just slightly towards that opposite wall. The knee should point towards the toes still. Those arms are nice and long. We've got our reverse warrior. Flip that front palm, lift it up. That back hand comes down towards that knee. With your exhale, we're going to cartwheel it all the way down. That back heel is going to come up. Cartwheeling down, back heel comes up. We are going to bring it back to our downward dog. So as those hips lift, that right foot does, and it comes back to meet that left. Same thing on that left side. Inhale, foot comes up and back. Slight bend through that right knee, spring it forward. Back heel comes down. We've got our warrior one. Sweep those arms up. Inhale to lengthen up a little bit more. Exhale, open up, warrior two. With your next inhale, flip that palm, reverse it. Exhale, cartwheel down, all the way down, heel comes up. Lifting those hips, that left comes back to meet that right. We're gonna bring it forward, so stepping or jumping those feet forward to meet those hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We've got our chair one more time before we reach the top. With that next inhale, those hips sink down, those arms come up. With your next inhale, stand all the way up. Palms meet, exhale, down to heart center. Same thing, we're gonna find that twice more. Big inhale out and up. Exhale, sit those hips down into that chair. Inhale to lengthen through the chest. Exhale to dive forward, lift those hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, plant those hands, step back, down dog. Inhale, a little bit of extra length. Exhale, float the shoulders over the wrists and lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down dog. Right foot first. Inhale, three-legged dog, up and back. Spring that foot forward. Crescent lunge. Open that heel down towards the floor. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen those arms. Warrior two, we're opening up. Exhale, bringing those hands down. Opening those hips just slightly. Next inhale, turn that front palm. Reverse it, peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel those arms all the way down. Lift that back heel. Switching those feet. Right foot comes back to meet the left. Left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, bring it forward. Bring that back heel down. Warrior one, open up. Exhale, release those shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen those arms up. Exhale, warrior two, open those arms front and back. A little bit of length from those fingertips to those fingertips. Next inhale, flip that front palm, reverse it. Peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel all the way down, lift that back heel. Left comes back to meet the right, down dog. Step or jump those feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, toes nice and close together. Exhale, forward fold. We've got our second chair. With that next inhale, sit those hips back, sweep those arms up. With your next inhale, we're going to stand all the way up. Palms come together. Exhale, down to heart center. One more time through. Inhale, out and up. Chair first. Exhale, sit those hips back. Next inhale, hips come up, arms come down. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, plant those hands, step those feet back. Down dog. Inhale, little extra length. Exhale, shoulders come out over the wrists and we lower. Inhale to press up. Exhale, back to down dog. One more time through those warriors. Right foot comes up and back. Big inhale. Sweep it forward. Plant those toes. Bring that back heel down. Warrior one. Sweep those arms up. Exhale to relax the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, open up. Warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse it. Exhale, cartwheel down. Back heel comes up. Right foot comes back to meet the left. Left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward. Back heel comes down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, release the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, warrior two, open up. Inhale, flip the front, reverse it, peaceful. Exhale, cartwheel down, lift that back heel. Left comes back to meet the right. Step or jump those feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. We've got one more chair before we're done here. Exhale, fold forward. Next inhale, those hips sit back, those arms sweep up, chair pose. Next inhale, we come all the way up. Palms meet. Down to heart center, nice exhale. All right, awesome job. We're just gonna cool it down with a little bit of upper body stretching, a little bit of lower body stretching. Taking about 2 or 3 minutes here. I'm just going to turn to face. You can stay facing the direction that you are. With your next inhale, I want you to find a long spine, and then we're going to interlace those fingers, press the palms forward, tuck the chin in towards the chest, exhale to round the spine out towards that back wall. Next big inhale, you bring those arms up, palms towards the ceiling. Exhale, circle those arms down and around. You can either press those palms together behind you, or you can interlace them behind you. Open up through the chest, pull the shoulder blades together. Big exhale to release. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to change it up in the middle. Big inhale, arms go, Inhale, arms come out and up. We can do that. Interlace those fingers as you exhale. Press those palms forward. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Round out the spine. Next, big inhale, those arms come up one more time. This time we're going to find a lateral stretch. Release those arms. Keep the fingertips high. Find that left wrist with that right hand. We're going to come just slightly up over top. Big inhale through center. Switch it up. One more time each direction. Big inhale through center. Switch it up. Last time, second direction. Inhale back to center. Exhale, arms come down and around. You can either press behind the back, the palms together, or you can interlace behind the back. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale to release. Inhale, sweep those arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Taking that nice bend through those knees. We're going to bring it down to seated one more time. I'm going to take that right foot, I'm going to bring it around behind, I'm going to place that knee down, and then I'm just going to shift those hips back, use my arms for a little support, and then bring those feet to crossed. Right, and find one spinal twist in each direction. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, spinal twist to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, spinal twist to the left. Inhale through center. Lengthen those legs. One nice lower body stretch down here from seated. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll up. All right, one more nice deep breath to finish us out today. Big inhale, sweep those arms out and up. Palms meet overhead. Exhale to pull them down through heart center. Thank you for joining me for this flowing yoga class. I hope you enjoyed. Have an awesome rest of your day. Bowing as we say, namaste.